¿Ya estando la música ya empieza?
I love micheladas.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do this, Choco.
Hey everybody, welcome to the I Love Micheladas Show, episode 4.
Ooh, episode 4 now.
Episode 4, yeah, we're up there, man.
Sweet.
It's a legit thing now.
It's a great number.
We got with us Ricardo from Kernel of Truth Organics.
Yeah, it's me. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, dude. Well, first of all, okay, let's start with the beer. Today's beer is by Brewing, and it's called Worth the Squeeze. They actually just canned this yesterday. So, let's check it out. I'm gonna open you one. Try it by itself. Let me know what you think. Because when we talk, you say you're into like IPAs and like
IPAs,
juicy.
some good hazy.
Yeah, hazy. Man, India always has some like really nice hazy IPAs.
Oh, yeah, that's delicious.
Nice, juicy.
This is definitely juicy.
Definitely worth the squeeze.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely worth the squeeze.
Let's try this out.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Delicious.
Yeah. It's like orangey,
I love it.
light. It's not too hoppy. I like it, dude.
Not
Let's
hoppy
make it
at
into
all.
michelada.
Okay.
Boom. Mix.
Using some red mix.
Yeah, we got the red today. Let's see. Like this.
So do you have a ratio preference? I've always tried to figure that out.
I add, when it comes to the red, I do 4 ounces of mix per 12 ounces of beer. Cheers.
Here, salud.
It really depends. Dude. People add way more.
Oh, that micheladas very well.
Yeah, good IPA michelada. You can do it with everything.
Yeah, that's delicious.
And that's good stuff.
Okay.
Oh man, the beer really comes through. I like it.
Yeah, the beer comes through. The michelada mix is definitely there. And I mean, I love the rim.
Well, you were telling me you grew up in LA, right? You're an LA kid, born in LA.
I'm an Angelino. I feel like we're a dying breed nowadays.
Yeah, there's like eight of you guys. I wasn't even born. I was born in Mexico.
Oh yeah, well, Omar, my business partner, he was
Yeah.
born in Mexico, brought over to Los Angeles as a boy, and grown up in the same neighborhood, Echo Park, pre what it is now. And I go back there, I don't recognize it at all. So
Yeah, right?
it's foreign now, but whatever. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We moved on from there and landed in, I would say, an even better neighborhood, Boa Heights.
And that's where you guys make the tortillas.
That's where we make the tortillas, where we cook the corn, where we grind. That's our home
That's where you
base.
bought your grind right here.
Yeah, I brought one of our piedras. Well, one of our clients' piedras, actually. We like to pick them and kind of just bring back the
Nice.
grooves so that it grinds well.
How did you get into making tortillas? Like how? It's not every day that I make a tortilla.
Yeah, I know. They're fewer and fewer, especially nowadays. I feel like the kids of the tortilleros aren't taking over the tradition.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Omar's family had a tortilleria in Echo Park in the early 90s into the early 2000s, and that's how I kind of...
What was it called?
It was called Santa Fe Tortillas.
Okay.
And it used to be next to the Rodeo's restaurant off of Sunset.
Yeah, right off Sunset.
They used to have really good wet burritos. I remember that. So his tortilleria was there. He grew up in it with his family. And since we went to school together, we've always done things together with
You
it.
guys were in high school together?
We went to high school together. That's where we first met back in like 2000, 2001. And we played in bands together. We tried selling burgers there. We used to buy Tommy burgers, actually. Since I was the only one with a driver's license, I would go to Tommy's, and I lived right next to Tommy's. We would pick up burgers, take them to high school, and then slang them for like twice as much.
Nice.
Because back in the day, I think the burgers were $2.50,
How much did you slang them for?
$5.
Damn.
So we
You guys
tried.
ate for free.
We ate for free. That's how we saw it.
Yeah.
So then, that's how that's how Omar and I met. And when we graduated from high school, he continued with the family business. But by that time, Echo Park was already starting to shift. So, long story short, the family lost the business. They were forced to sell it, and he was left with like literally a ton of corn.
Literally.
Literally a ton of corn to have to cook, nixtamalize, and grind in less than like 24 hours.
Yeah.
So he went shopping around and landed in Boa Heights. And from there, I was already getting tired of what I was doing.
What were you doing?
I was working in thrift stores.
Oh shit.
So I was a thrift junkie.
You were slaying.
I love the thrift world because you never know what you're gonna find.
Yeah.
And I mean, you take the good with the bad. Like
a lot of junk.
like sifting through dirty calzones and socks. That's the bad.
That's like my mornings.
But it was bad. And finally, after that kind of ran its course, there was an opportunity for me to come on board and help the transition of a family business into our own business and keep it going. So when I came on board, I was like, okay, we're going to use all organic maize, and we're going to do it without compromising the integrity of corn, without using any like fillers or maseca or preservatives. So I came on board. We didn't have a name yet. We just needed to make tortillas like the next day.
Yeah.
So there we are making tortillas. And then it kind of hit us, okay, well, what are we going to be about? Like, how are we going to stand apart from all the other tortillerias that are making tortillas right now? Like, well, the first thing is we don't want to be like branded or shoved in a corner where we have to take on like hermanos tortillas. We didn't want that. Yeah. We wanted to think outside the tortilla, so that hopefully
think outside the tortilla. I like it.
So that hopefully we can reach a wider audience and not just make it a staple food for certain communities, but make it accessible for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's how Kernel of Truth came to be. It's okay, well, we don't want to hide behind any ingredients. I mean, a tortilla, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's maize, it's water, and then the cal that you use to cook the corn. So with the help of some friends, we were just shooting the shit, and lo and behold, Kernel of Truth came like, okay, I think that's who we can be, and it fits with our mentality. And that was about now 5 years ago. So we've been doing this for a while now.
That's wild.
And I had to leave everything that I was doing, sell, all the music equipment, just
all your thrift stuff.
Everything, all my thrift gold, I sold just to sustain myself and my wife for a year. Because the idea was.
So that took a year, like the selling off, living dirt poor, living like nothing.
That was really like 2 years.
2 years.
Because 1 year was still living with parents.
Yeah.
Okay. They were still assisting in the first year of the transition. And then by the second year, it was okay, gotta make the jump. And that's when we both decided, we both had to live in our office space, which is in between two tortillerias, and that can get very, very loud.
and hot.
And hot. So that was just really to save money and to just find a way to
make it work.
To make it work. And that was for a year. But you learn so much about yourself and pressures in life and how to deal with it and how to get through to the next obstacle, which is growing and sustaining the business to hopefully pay bills from it. I really want to be able to pay my bills with what we're doing.
Who was your first customer?
We got started with the Engelhart family, and that is the Cafe Gratitudes, Gracias Madre, the Sage Vegan Bistro. Mm-hmm. It's a family-owned restaurant business. So they
were your first customers.
They were the first ones. They were the ones that actually came out and approached Omar at Santa Fe Tortilleria saying, hey, can we bring you our corn and can you nixtamalize it and make tortillas for us? That's when the opportunity first presented itself.
Yeah.
And so he said, heck yeah, it's my ace, bring us, please. Everybody's too used to eating what we like to call hot dog tortilla.
What's a hot dog tortilla?
Dude, well, hot dog tortilla is pretty much échale todo and then press it into a tortilla. And in the business, by échale todo, it's just anything but corn.
Yeah. Because corn's the most expensive thing.
Corn's the most expensive thing. Everything else is cheap, and it's just like instant pancake mix.
Yeah.
Just add water, turn it into masa, and press it.
Yeah.
So when that opportunity came, it's like, okay, we can go back to OG methods of making tortillas, and that's using nixtamalization.
Yeah. And
not having to add preservative, what we call veneno, because it's so powerful and corrosive that it'll just burn your lungs.
Yeah.
And that's how we got started. That was tough.
Damn.
But we got through. It was good. We're okay. I feel like the dust is finally settling. The cal is finally settling. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Do you remember the moment where you realized that you guys were able to start paying your bills? Was that a moment, or was it one day you guys realized oh shit, we're making money now?
It's the first time I had ever. Yeah, I remember when I first paid myself. I was like, wow, I'm no longer asking for a paycheck, or I'm no longer waiting for my bi-weekly paycheck. Yeah. I had to wait till the end of the month, which is tough. That in it of itself was a hard
because you had to make sure everything was paid.
Everything else is paid, and then the leftovers. Yeah. You save a bulk of it, and then you pay yourself the very minimum, just what you need. But that felt good.
Yeah.
And that inspired me to continue to knock on doors and say, hey, I believe in my tortilla. I need you guys to believe in our tortilla too.
So from that one customer, how many customers do you guys have now?
So from 3, I think we're somewhere in the 30s, 35.
Wow.
I feel like we're still very small.
So you guys, because we buy from you guys.
Oh yes.
There's Guelaguetza, there's Guerrilla Taco,
Wes.
who else? The
Who
people might
else?
recognize.
Midi's Tacos,
Midi's
who's at
Tacos.
Smorgasburg.
At Smorgasburg every Sunday.
Yeah, A's Barbecue, who will be at
Yeah.
Smorgasburg. So I think they're going to throw down some barbecue tacos, which is pretty freaking awesome to see.
Very good. We had them at Taco Madness. They did the barbecue tacos.
So I enjoy tasting our tortilla on a barbecue taco.
Yeah.
Oh, that's delicious. We have our Puestos, if you're not familiar with them. They're based out of San Diego, Orange County, and now they're...
And you guys drive down, or do they come up and pick up?
No, we drive down.
Damn.
Well, they recently opened one in Santa Clara, which is near San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to, keep continuing to service them, I was like, okay, well, we're going to go up, and I'll drive. So I drove...
How many miles does the car have? Jesus.
Yeah, I know. The car is done. I'm actually going to junk it this week. I have to junk it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's dead. Like, it only takes
You rode it till the wheels fell off.
Well, it only takes like 600 pounds, and we were putting 1,200 pounds on it. If I remember correctly, Dan, one of our associates, he was asked, hey man, I didn't know that car came in like lowrider status because it's so low. It's like, no. It's just there's so much weight. There's so much
car is
tortilla. It's a Honda Element. Those things do not take a lot of weight. But we were driving at 600 miles up at to go and come back. It took about 13 hours. So we had to do it in one day because you got to come back. You got to cook corn. You got to do everything all over.
Because if
again.
you stay there, then you got to pay hotel and you got to.
Yeah, no, there's
else.
no
it gets
money
way more
for
expensive.
that. Yeah, it's just drop it off and get back.
Yeah.
But I would listen to movies or just movies that I've always seen consistently that I know the dialogue. So I'll study the dialogue, like Quentin Tarantino films. I love his films, so I like to study his dialogue in the films.
What did you grow up eating? Like, what was your typical LA? You're out, you're hanging out with your friends. What did you guys eat? Are you guys like hamburgers, pizza, tacos? What do you guys?
Tacos all the way, forever.
What was your 5 tacos that you grew up with?
5 tacos that I grew up with. Well, I grew up with the early taco zone, which have since I think exploded in Echo Park.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those guys. Tacos Mexico.
That was Mexico?
And then I remember going like to South LA because I saw it on the way over here.
Yeah.
What is it? Gallo Giro.
Gallo Giro.
So I remember Gallo Giro eating. That was tortas though.
Yeah.
I remember eating tortas there. Where else? Where else were like tacos that I used? Oh, Tacos Mexico. King Taco, of course.
I always feel like at least my idea of a taco is like very much shaped by what I grew up eating. Like I really enjoy taurinos. Like taurinos al pastor is like my shit.
I remember going up to them.
Yeah.
And now that was on Hoover?
Olympic and Hoover.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still there.
They're still there.
Yeah. How about now? What are your like? Where do you go? But now you can't play favorites. Now it's like all
I know,
political.
and I probably shouldn't even mention where I go or where I just came from.
Today.
All
right.
But I eat tacos like 6 days a week.
Yeah.
So I try to take a break. Sundays, it's all about flour. It's all about like.
And then you go to Sonora town.
I can't anymore because the lines are so huge, man. Like, dang. I think they do caviar, or I think they do one of those.
Yeah, they do one of the delivery
so
services.
I don't mind eating it, somewhat warm.
Yeah.
I don't care, as long as I don't have to wait in line.
So where'd you go today? What'd you eat today?
I went to Cacao.
Cacao?
Yeah, for lunch, because we had to go and ask questions regarding the masa. Something that we always have to do is like look at the consistency of the masa, because it's never 100%.
Yeah, it's quality control.
It's quality control, and as much science as you apply, as much procedures you implement, there's still
there's a variable that it's like a natural thing. So like you're never gonna get the same corn.
No, you never get it. It's never the same.
That's a wild card.
It's a wild card, and how you adjust the molino is it all depends.
Yeah.
So we're constantly looking at the consistency.
Yeah, and your rog's constantly grinding down, so every single one's gonna be different.
Yeah, I mean today's grind won't be the same from tomorrow's grind because it just kind of wore down just that much.
On the grind, man.
We're on the grind constantly.
That's what's up.
I love what I do, and I love this Michelada.
I love perfect ending right here.
Yeah.
I love Micheladas. Well, thank you so much for coming, dude. I really part of the reason why I have the show is I like inviting cool people on and asking them questions.
I'm glad to be a part of this. Thank you for even just having me on.
Well, yeah. So then, if someone's watching, where can they find your tortilla? Like, if someone just wants to try, is there anywhere where I can just buy a tortilla by itself?
Yeah, finally we're somewhat set up to do that. You can find us at Sarah's Market.
Sarah's Market, I love that place.
I love those guys.
Yeah.
And Manchete Salsas is at the Hollywood Farmers Market on Sundays.
Okay.
So you can find us there. And then both cookbooks in Echo Park and Highland Park. you can hit those guys up, and they have our tortillas there.
Perfect. Swing by one of those places.
Please
Swing by
do.
Guelaguetza.
Try it out.
Swing by Guerrero Tacos. Swing by
Swing by.
anywhere. How many? What other places? Let's name drop to people.
Oh my gosh, okay, try Mideast Tacos.
Mideast
Those guys
Tacos
are
at
freaking
Smorgasburg.
delicious at Smorgasburg. You gotta hit up Vegan Alchemy, Chef Denise. She's doing some great things with her vegan tacos.
Nice.
And she's over in K-Town, which is, I believe, off of 1st Street and a little bit before Kingsley. I can't remember.
Does she have like a place or is it like a stand?
She's a pop-up. So
pop-up.
she hustles her business outside of her house.
I gotta hit her up because we're about to launch our vegan michelada.
Ooh, really
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, you gotta hit her up. Her food is amazing. Man, there's so many people that I have to. Un Solo Sol, when they do pupusas too.
Damn,
at-
we do everything.
Off of 1st Street and Boyle, by the Plaza de Mariachi.
Yeah.
So they have our tortillas there, or our masa. They're freaking awesome.
Sweet.
Who else? I mean,
Well,
there's
hey,
so
man.
many.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Thanks for coming through, man.
Thank you. Salud.
This is some good beer, though.
I think it freaking paired very well with
Yeah.
the mix.